G'day. Right, so in the last video, I introduced these three algae eaters into my tank thinking it'd be a fun, cool, zoinks idea to help my Otocinclus catfish homies. In fact, I thought this was such a great idea, I even posted it on the internet. I couldn't have been more wrong. You see, I did some thorough genius gigabrain research after some of you guys pointed out that they weren't going to fit in Akai's $6 billion mansion. And to nobody's surprise, your boy had gone and bought probably the worst species of algae eaters you could find for a tank the size of a shoebox. So as promised, I went and returned the fish the very next day in hopes of finding them a new home. But by new home, I just mean the fish store I bought them from. After listening to some Ed Sheeran, I also had another 200 IQ idea of buying more Otocinclus catfish, just so that the other one back at home could have some friends he could go watch the movies with every Sunday. Oh, I also bought a Java Moss ball, cause I apparently like Java Moss now. Once acclimated to the best of my acclimation ability, I gently and professionally poured the catfish in without any problems at all. Nobody had to get smacked into the tank, not at all. Now, while this might sound contradictory, the Otocinclus were actually really calm during the day. They barely even moved, but once night came and the lights went off, most of these guys thought it was party time. I read that they're very skittish upon introduction to a new environment and may dart around like this. I didn't expect this kind of movement, but so long as no one's running themselves into a heart attack, I think it'll be okay. I'm just hoping that they were all excited in their new tank, and that nobody's just having any existential crisis thoughts while here. The next day, they all just calmed down. I couldn't bring the grey matter I had left in my brain to work together to diagnose my fish for any potential personality disorders, but based on their behavior, I think everything's gone smoothly. A few days passed, and I'd be lying if I said everybody survived the transition. Apparently, Otocinclus fish are notorious for their short lifespan in domesticated settings. They're caught wild, and it's hard to really determine how well they'll do in the tank. For me, I've lost two so far, and at the time of recording, I'm watching over a third who is trying to hang on. I can make a lot of jokes, but I do feel a bit sad when not everyone can make it through. In more lighter news, I find that these fish are pretty peaceful. They aren't like the Chinese algae eaters bashing through everything all the time and typically like to find spots they enjoy and will hang there for most of their day. I'm starting to think they're all secretly models trying to get themselves on a fish health magazine. I've tried to get them to eat other fish food to supplement their diet. I know these guys don't just rely on algae, but I apparently have a history of being unable to get my fish to eat food I give them, and so I am constantly unsure as to whether or not my fish food is the problem or my fish are just, again, really picky. I know today's video is pretty short, but I've been very preoccupied with the tank and researching all the different behaviors my fish exhibit. I know a lot of you said that my tank was a bit small for the fish I was housing, but rest assured, I'm on the lookout for a larger tank, just nothing's popped up at the moment. I really appreciated all the comments from last video with all the suggestions. It helps me learn more about my fish and what I could do better. I encourage you guys to do the same if you have any thoughts from this video. Also, please like and subscribe if you enjoyed what you watched today. It means heaps and lets me know if I'm doing anything right or wrong. Thank you guys for watching to the end. I'll see y'all in the next video.